Hello, Steve White, Trek89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, I was just talking about some Star Trek news, and I was talking about the state of Star Trek, and I really felt like it deserved its own video. Kurtzman and that keep talking about how their characters are optimistic and they're diverse and they work together, they collaborate to resolve problems, and all those are some very Star Trek things. But the problem is they're all doing it in the wrong environment. Gene Roddenberry created a better future. Utopian future. His vision was that basically we would make the world better and then share that with people and live in that better world and explore other cultures, other races, and learn and grow. And that's what Star Trek was. What they've done is they've pulled Star Trek back. They've basically brought us down to, our level where, all the problems we have today are just, recreated in the future, but with Starfleet standing in for the government, basically. And then we have these Star Trek-like characters dealing with those issues with optimism and, embracing diversity and working together and so forth. But that's not what Star Trek is. Star Trek is not surviving a dark future to get to a better place maybe one day, because that's all the shows seem to be about, getting to, that future. Star Trek is about living in that, sharing that, exploring that. And it's just such a negative, cynical view that they have of Starfleet and the Star Trek universe, where they have to have things like Section 31 because they don't believe that utopia can actually survive, that it has to be maintained, that it would collapse, that basically they just can't believe in the vision that Gene had of the future, that so many people believed in and wanted to see come true and believe would come true. And it's just really sad to realise people don't believe in that, can't envision that, and they have basically destroyed it and dragged, the Federation back down to our level so people can relate to it. People who have no imagination and can't envision the Star Trek universe that existed, that fans fell in love with, don't have to do any of that. They can just see today depicted with people surviving it and doing a better job of that than we are. But that's not what Star Trek is. Star Trek is not surviving today to get to tomorrow. It is tomorrow, and it's a better place. And I just had to say that. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I just wish the people who are running the show knew what Star Trek was and knew what made Star Trek special, and weren't so preoccupied with, making a current day show that's relatable to audiences, because it's not about relating to it as today and seeing yourself in it. It's about being able to look forward and seeing something better and being aspirational. And they just totally missed the point. But I'm going to go. Otherwise I'll harp on about this forever. But it's upsetting to me because I'm seeing this thing I love being dismantled and taken apart and, not really functioning. And I miss it. And we need it in the world. We need this better tomorrow, this, optimistic depiction of the future that we aspire to and, get to believe in and, explore and build and share. And, those are all the things I loved about Star Trek. So I hope we get back to that at some point.